Thanks for checking out GF Explorers. Today we are officially 2 months out from full-time living. It's real.
Yeah, it's very real. Things are happening very, very quickly, as we thought that they would the closer that we get. Last week, we were in Burnsville, Mississippi at the Van Lee factory. We took a tour, and guess what we found there?
We found our rig on the floor.
On the line, in
Being built.
production. It was so amazing, and we actually had the opportunity to stand on the floor of our rig, and we will have a video about that tour. It was so cool to learn about all the different processes that go into making an RV, and to stand in our rig was just, oh my God, it was surreal.
With only one sidewall up, no roof.
The toilet was in though.
But the toilet was in.
And the washer and dryer in the island.
Yeah, so that will be a great video. They essentially build those things from the inside out. So everything goes in before the walls go up. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a really, really cool video. That was an amazing tour, and the team at Van Lee was awesome.
Totally awesome. I'm so happy we did that. And then today, we might have picked up a rather large truck and brought it home.
A big ass truck, if I can say that.
Our F-350 dually, of which we've named Stella. She's beautiful, and we are going to have a video about that, going through all the bells and whistles and everything and on the truck. We're going to have that shortly, probably in a few weeks or so. It was very surreal to drive home in Stella. Because if it wasn't real before today, today made it real.
It's real now, for sure.
We have a truck, we just need the house behind it. Oh, that's coming soon. It was so cool.
So since we're 2 months out, kind of the freak out stage, we're looking for advice for newbie full-timers, and particularly things that people wish they knew before they went out full-time RVing. What mistakes could people keep us from potentially making? So what we did was we reached out to the fellow RV YouTube community for their best advice or thing that they wish they knew before they went full-time RVing. We got an amazing response. Without any further ado, let's jump in and see what advice our fellow YouTubers have for us.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Dave.
And we are the Border Hookups.
Go RVing.
And this is what we wish we would have known before hitting the road.
Number 1, there's a Walmart in almost every single town.
Number 2, solar power is amazing.
Yes. And number 3, it all comes down to water, power, garbage, and dump stations.
And number 4, community on the road is huge.
Hey Rich and Victoria, this is Anna from Top of the World Adventures, and one thing that I wish we knew before we hit the road is that there will be plenty of learning opportunities, which means things break on the road. Everything is repairable, everything's fixable, and you just have to learn to roll with the punches.
Hey y'all, I'm Sean.
I'm Matthew, and we are Broken Dreams Reborn.
And today we want to give y'all some advice about being full-time RVers.
Yep, you know, we found in our travels that our sweet spot is to move about every 2 weeks. That's what we like normally, but we'll stay up to a month if an area has just so much to do or if the RV parks are really expensive.
And the reason it's good to stay a month is because RV parks will usually give you a very good deal by staying at a monthly rate. Another reason it's good to stay a month, if there's like an area you like Wisconsin Dells, for example, it gives you more time to explore. Plus, think of like a wheel. Wisconsin Dells could be the center of that wheel, and then you have spokes off that wheel. So let's say you want to drive 30 minutes out of town, or maybe even an hour. There could be some park or some other town that's got amazing stuff for you to do, but your central point is in the center in Wisconsin Dells. So that's another great advantage of staying a month in an RV park.
Yep, we hope to see y'all on the road.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm George.
And I'm Louise.
And with our Golden Retriever Miles, we are miles across USA.
Rich and Victoria Wolf put out the question, what is our best advice before starting on the road full time? And we're here to say that we think our best advice is to get your RV in as much advance as possible before going on the road full time.
Right. Having the RV in your driveway for as much as a year allows you the time to get used to the RV. Before you hit the road, play with your RV. Just having it in your driveway, go out there and figure out what all of the switches do, what all the dials do and mean. If you're able, get up on the roof and explore what's up there. Look for places where there could be potential leaks. Read the owner's manuals. Join a Facebook group for your particular make and model of RV. Usually there's a ton of information there for you, and people who are willing and able to answer your strangest questions.
They're incredibly helpful.
Very helpful. At least our Facebook group for the View Navion RVs is very helpful. We hope you enjoy your journey.
Safe travels, and hope to see you out there.
Hi Rich and Victoria, it's Cass and Jasper from Tales of Wanderlust, and the piece of advice I would give to somebody who is just starting out RVing is driving these big RVs and towing trailers is not as bad as you think it is. When I first bought my RV, one of the reasons I went with a 16-foot Airstream is because I was really nervous about towing. But once you have your rig and you have time to actually drive it around, test it out, you're going to get so used to driving whatever you have that you become very comfortable with it. So don't let the fear of towing or driving a big rig impact your decision of how large you want to go. Instead, really focus on what you want to use your rig for and make sure your setup is really adequate for the kind of travel that you want to do. And in the end, you'll get used to driving it, whatever it is. Were you cleaning yourself in this video? You're notorious for that.
Miles is so adorable. The only sad thing about our RV adventure is that our little guy, Sherman, was supposed to make it to go on it with us, and he didn't. He passed last year. So we love seeing dogs enjoying their journey. So we are now dogless dog lovers. So bring on all the dogs.
Yeah, so
we're going to love up on them.
So we're looking forward to living vicariously through Miles and Jasper adventures as well. So we love YouTube channels with dogs.
Yeah.
So as far as Miles Across America's tip goes, spending as much time with your rig as possible. We are down with that and have actually planned that into our timing of heading out. So we should be getting our rig around 3rd week, 4th week in March. And we planned the whole month of April to go out and just do small camping trips in and around Metro Denver to do shakedown runs to make sure everything's working right, get things dialed in, and most importantly, organize.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's going to take a while. We're going to go like, oh, it should be like this. And then I live in it for a few days. It's like, what was I thinking? No, it should be like this. So I am really looking forward to that process. And even though it was suggested, longer than the month that we're doing, I think for us, knowing us, a month will be good. And I'm super excited about doing that. And then if we find anything that isn't right with the RV, we just roll it on into the dealer, get that taken care of. And we're not worrying about that after we're like out on the road. So I really love that we're doing that.
Yes, for sure. And Cass, thank you so much for your tip about no matter what rig you get, you will get comfortable with driving it, because we had that exact thought when we ordered a 42-foot RV. And we know we did pick the rig that was right for our lifestyle, because we're running 2 businesses out of the rig. We're doing our YouTube cooking channel from the kitchen. So we believe,
it'll work.
And we're pretty certain that, yes, we will get comfortable with driving our rig fairly quickly.
What's this we? Aren't you driving? I'm the navigator.
Oh, that's right. I'm the driver. This is my navigator.
But I have committed to learning how to drive in case of emergency.
Yes, absolutely.
And that could be a really hilarious video. So you never know. It might pop up one day. Victoria's driving. Clear the roads.
Let's see what other advice some of the other YouTubers had for us.
Hey Richard and Victoria, Joshua here from Gander Flight. Congratulations on setting out full-time. This super exciting adventure. Our family's been full-time just a few months now, and one of the big things that I wish I had known before we set out was how important moisture control is. Now we've had these little damp raid containers or the bags that you hang up in our RV when we were weekending. We'd set them at there when we were putting the RV into storage. And it'd collect moisture and it would do its job, right? And then when we got into the rig full time, we bumped up and we got a silica EverDry dehumidifier, basically a bunch of silica gel beads that absorb moisture, and then you plug it in and it dries them out and you do that. And that worked okay. We still use that in the underbelly, the pass-through under the master bed, but we ended up getting 2 powered dehumidifiers. They're by EverDry as well. Those run constantly, and we're emptying them probably once a week with the 2 of them in our 30-foot travel trailer with 4 people and 1 dog, currently in Florida, so if that gives you a little estimation about the amount of moisture. But the big thing is make sure to put something under your mattress for airflow. Heard people talk about it, didn't really pay it much attention, ended up seeing an article written by one of my friends, and I was like, you know what, let's just check under the mattress. We've been doing this for a couple months, let's just make sure. Lifted up the mattress halfway, perfect. It's like, I should lift a little bit more. Lifted a little bit more, and there was mold growing underneath the master bedroom mattress. Basically just because of the heat difference between your body heat and then ours was under the pass-through, it just creates a difference in temperature. It's perfect for mold to grow, and unless you get airflow underneath there, it's gonna grow. But I think if I were to tell myself, going back a few months, what's one thing that you need to take care of before going full time, it's moisture control. So getting dehumidifiers, the little EverDry ones are perfect size for RVs, and also making sure that you get airflow underneath your mattresses. Lots of different ways to do both of those, but moisture control is key. You don't want to be dealing with mold in your RV. It's no fun, definitely ruins your day, and there's ways to prevent it.
I'm Tom with EnjoyTheJourney.life on YouTube, and one piece of advice that I could give brand new YouTubers is to focus just on YouTube. I know a lot of you think, oh, I've got to do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and other social media to try to get followers, and we're going to disagree with that, because the plain fact is you don't have time to do all of that. If YouTube is what you want to excel at and grow in, then you need to focus on that. Perfect your editing, your storytelling, working with music, create epic content, and the algorithm will love you and show you to more people, and you will grow. If you spread yourself too thin across all these other platforms, then it can be really hard to grow on YouTube by itself. And if your goal is lots of subscribers, lots of views, and some ad revenue on YouTube, then focus on that and maybe hit the other ones now and again. Cherie and I are terrible at other social media. We'll sometimes go a week or 2 without posting something on Facebook or Instagram, but we really focus on YouTube. I mean, we make movies basically on YouTube, and you can do the same thing, and we do it by focusing on it and perfecting what we are good at. So that would be my advice to you guys. Good luck out there, and we'll see you on the road.
Tom from EnjoyTheJourney.life, thank you so much for taking a bit of a different approach. Your advice wasn't for full-time RVing, but us as newbie YouTubers.
Yes, and thank you so much, because we are full-time RVing and we have a YouTube channel. And we've had our YouTube channel about a year. We started off with strictly food, and then we added in RV. And Tom, your advice is spot on. Thank you so much for it. YouTube, we want to grow our YouTube, so we put most of our concentration there. But then Facebook is really important for at least our gluten-free audience, and also it's pretty good for the RV audience, so I spend a lot of time there. It's Instagram where I fall down, and I give myself permission to fall down. Just like Tom said, you can't be firing on all these cylinders, because it's too much work. You don't have enough time. Yeah. Eventually, I will get Instagram up and running a little bit more, but I think YouTube and Facebook, based on our audience and our experience, will be where we focus. And in our other business, working with self-published authors, this is something that comes up all the time when authors are trying to promote their book. And we always tell them, pick a channel and run with it. Otherwise, you will get overwhelmed. So, Tom, thank you again. Spot on advice.
Great advice for the newbie YouTubers out there.
Hey, we are Kevin and Dee from Fearless RV Living, and the question is what we wish we had known before we went full time. We are still semi-permanent or semi-stationary, and we don't yet have the opportunity to travel all over the United States. We're working to get there, but we wish we had known the joy in selling all of our possessions. Everything we own fits in this 38 feet, and there is so much freedom in that. We're not saying there's not challenges. There are still challenges, but you need to pick your challenge, pick your heart. There are challenges living in a sticks and bricks, but knowing that we could bring these slides in and drive our home wherever we want to be, so much freedom and so much joy.
It's just great, yeah, you know, I mean, it's fun, you know, and
it is fun.
I just wish I'd have known about it a whole lot sooner, because I'd have, you know, done it a way long time ago, you know, but it is what it is, but yeah.
Bye. Visit our channel. Thanks.
Hey, this is Chris
and Martha, and we're Venturesome Couple. We want to give you a great tip for those newbie RVers.
Our tip is water filtration. Campgrounds have disgusting water. A triple filter clear source system with virus guard and a water softener is a must to keep the calcium out and make your water taste Martha approved, because Martha's all about that.
Snobby Water Life.
Martha and Chris, thank you so much for the water tip. I grew up with well water, so I thought, hey, you know, I can drink anything. Well, on our recent trip, we had some less than stellar water. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And then we ran out of bottled water, and it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
And if you watch the YouTube video that we did about buying stuff, we'll put a link to that up here over my shoulder. I talked about putting the Clear Source water filtration system on my wish list. And you put the Berkey.
And I'm still not sure about the Berkey.
Yeah.
I have 2 months to decide on the Berkey. I've heard comments pro and against. And so if you've got some comments about water and the Berkey, anything in that area, please let us know in the comments below, because we are woefully undecided.
Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Angie.
And our channel is
Our Vision Nomadic Living.
Angie and I have been full-time RVers for over 3 years. And prior to that, how many years have we RV'd, Ange?
25.
We've been invited by Rich and Victoria of GF Explorers to present to you our biggest tip for full-time RV living. What is it?
To carry spare parts for critical systems.
That's right. Make sure that when you're out and about, you carry spare parts for those critical systems in your RV. Certainly we understand that not everybody's going to have the ability to diagnose or even install those parts, but having those parts in your trailer could be the difference of staying in your RV and getting a motel room.
Right.
Well, good luck, Rich and Victoria, on your journey, and we'll see you down the road.
Hey, Rich, here's a tip for you. Once you come down to the National RV Training Academy in Athens, Texas, take the class since you're just getting started. Water systems, electrical systems, propane systems, all of those. You're going to learn probably about 80% of the stuff you need to fix your own RV. Why don't you come on down?
Here I am.
I'm glad you came.
I'm super glad I came.
Yeah.
Had the full week course, became a registered RV tech.
Did an awesome job too.
Super class,
Appreciate
amazing staff, awesome instructors, learned a ton. But I took your tip. You owe me another tip.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you took my tip, come to class.
Yep.
I'm known for poop tips.
How did I know you were going to say that?
I know a lot of people out there, they're taking their stinky slinky, right, and they lay it straight out. Some people, what they'll do is they'll take that stinky slinky and then they'll create a pee trap. And it's kind of funny because then we see adults out there that make fun of that.
Right.
Ha 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 ha, you don't know physics. Did you know that pee trap actually prevents all the gases that are stored up underneath the ground that's in the septic systems to get back into your own RV? If you want to make it better where it doesn't smell, take your stinky slinky, create a pee trap, fill that up with water, dump it a little bit. The water prevents the gas from coming back up into your RV.
That makes sense.
There's your poop tip.
Poop tips with Todd.
There you go.
Okay, that was so much fun, spending the week down with Todd the Beard and Tony the Bun at the NRVTA Training Academy. And the best part about it is I became a registered RV tech. Stay tuned for that video. It's coming up soon. We're compiling it right now. And if you're considering doing the RV Owner Fundamentals course, highly recommend it. You will learn more about your rig than you've ever known before, whether you're a rookie or a seasoned veteran. I promise you, you will learn something at that course.
I'm so happy you took that course. It gives me peace of mind, and then you're going to teach me stuff because I want to know too. And Todd, thank you so much for that poop tip. We just don't get enough poop tips.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's something we all do. We have no problem with it. So the more that we can manage our poop, the better off we are. So thank you.
So thank you to all of the RV YouTubers that responded to my request for their best tips. Our RV community is absolutely awesome. We love all of you. And once again, the links to all of the channels will be down below. Please check them out and show them some love. You'll get some great information from everybody.
And thank you so much for watching. This journey getting ready to full-time in an RV has been really amazing. And having all these videos and all the support and everybody who wanted to be part of this collaboration just really warms my heart. And I cannot wait to meet all of you out on the road. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. We'd greatly appreciate it, and hit that notification bell. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. That really helps us. And until next time, happy exploring.